Hi guys, welcome to my first ever series discussion, and today we're going to talk about the Knockemout series by Lucy Score. Now the final book in this trilogy has just come out, so I'm super excited to talk you through the three books, the world of Knockemout, and what I thought of each of these reads. I'm going to preface my discussion of these books by admitting that I love Lucy Score. Okay, I've read lots of her books, I am a massive fan, and I've even met her in person. I legit have little bits of Lucy Score merchandise and even some magnets on my fridge from meeting her in person. Just so you're aware, this is probably gonna be a favourable review. Now, these three books are incredibly popular for a reason. The setting of Knockemout is brilliant, the three male love interests are amazing, and Lucy's writing is consistently fabulous all the way through. The series follows a group of friends, all native to the fictional town of Knockemout, called Knox, Nash and Lucian. Knox and Nash are brothers and Lucian is their best friend. And in each of the books, each of them finds love. The protagonist of book one is a woman called Naomi, who is actually a runaway bride. And as she escapes her wedding, she receives a message from her identical twin sister, begging her to come to her aid. So she literally drives to the town of Knockemout that she's never visited to go and see her sister, who she hasn't seen for years, in the aftermath of running away from her own wedding. Naomi doesn't realise that her twin sister Tina is an absolute menace, and the town of Knockemout is not welcoming to Naomi at all because they think she's Tina. Knox, our first love interest in the Knockemout series, meets Naomi in a cafe, assumes that she's Tina, and is really horrible to her. But Tina's stolen Naomi's money, Naomi's car, and left her high and dry in the town. So Knox decides, after realising she clearly isn't her evil twin, to help her out. Not only is Naomi lured to the town by her twin so that her twin can steal all of her stuff, she discovers that her identical twin Tina has kept hidden a child, and Naomi becomes the de facto guardian for this kid as she tries to figure out what on earth happened in the town and try to build some semblance of normality for her niece, Waylay. Knox becomes their neighbour and the three of them become this really cute found family, but Knox is a total grump. So the real question is, how will the story unfold? Will Knox and Naomi end up together? I think they might. This is a brilliant read, and the stratospheric success of this book put Lucy Score on loads and loads of readers' radars. This book does a really good job of setting up the world of Knockemout, the locality, the relationships between a lot of the stable characters amongst the series, and book two finishes off where Knox and Naomi's book ends. Book number two in the series follows Knox's brother, Nash, who is the sheriff of Knockemout. Angelina, the main love interest in this book, rolls into town to do some undercover PI work for something that crops up in book one. Angelina is actually a former girlfriend of Knox's. They went to college together. And so when she bowls up into town, she is confident, she is powerful, she is dynamic, which makes her a great counterpoint to Naomi from book one, who's all sweet and smiles. Whilst Knox in book one is this grumpy bad boy character, Nash here is a good guy who's really depressed. He's at a low point and he reaches breaking point when Lena starts pushing all of his buttons. They become neighbours in this apartment complex and they are both such spitfires. It would be a Grumpy Sunshine normally, but because of where Nash is after the events of book one in this series, he's not putting up with anything from Lena. Obviously, Lena's contract to be in the town is temporary. So the argument is, will she and Nash end up together, and will she choose to stay in the beautiful town of Knockemout? Because not only is she falling for him, but she's falling in love with the place and the people around her too. Like Naomi and Knox, Lena and Nash have a lot to overcome to be together, and that adds real depth to the book. The stakes are high. Will they, won't they? All we know is that it's very hot up in Knockemout at the minute. Book 3 in the series has only just come out, and this follows Knox and Nash's best friend Lucian, the main character in this book, Sloane, is at this point best friends with Naomi and Lena from books 1 and 2. So we have an iconic girl squad and an iconic boy squad. Clearly members 3 of each are meant to be together, right? Unlike Lena and Naomi from books 1 and 2, Sloane is a Knockemout native. She runs the local library and she grew up living next door to Lucian, who is now this big bad businessman who often works outside of the law to get what he wants. Like Knox and Nash, Sloane knew Lucian before he was this big, powerful, intimidating figure. But unlike them, she knows things about Lucian he'd rather no one else know. Throughout the former books, you get a really good read on the current relationship between Sloane and Lucian, which is 100% former friends to enemies. This book was highly anticipated because the flanter, the rage, the burning passion between these two characters that you'd seen in the books before, it had built up so high. And this book delivered. This book starts with Sloane's father passing away, and you come to realise quite quickly that Sloane's father has had a lot of influence on Lucian, both during the period we get flashbacks to with their relationship, but also in the years that Sloane and Lucian have been apart. The big mystery here is what happened to drive those two away, especially when they had been so close as teenagers. And the constant will they, won't they in this book made it amazing. There is an overarching theme or arc throughout these books that I really don't want to give away because it is a surprise in book 1 and it carries through all the way through all 3 books, but it is resolved so well in the final book. Honestly, these are a really, really wonderful set of small town romances where every single couple is just absolutely amazing. Each book stands up on its own, and it's a testament to Lucy Score that every single one of these hits and hits hard. There are no low moments, okay? Every single bit of each of these books is absolute perfection. There's a reason that these books are as popular as they are. Each one is nice and chunky. I got every single one of these from the works, and I think they were about £5 each. So for £15, hours of absolute pure delight. So I've got to tell you, these are 3 books you seriously should read. And with my newly formed measuring system, I'm going to rate these books seriously amazing reads. Let me know if you've read any of them, if you've recommended them to anyone else, or if you're planning to give these a read now that you've seen my video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to see more videos just like this one. I've been Christy Clogs and I'll see you later, alligator.